So, according to the Most High God, you above the so-called white man, the Chinese man, the Arab, the Indian. You understand? Because not because I say so, but because the Most High God said so.
That's right.
You feel me,
That's right.
brother?
That's right.
Uh, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1, and give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Right?
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of
So,
the earth.
so there it go again. The Lord said, if you would listen to Him, He would set our people on high above all nations. Right? But give me this Deuteronomy 15.
Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and his
Right.
statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
All these curses
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it said if we didn't, as a people, listen to the Most High God, He was gonna put curses. Excuse me. He was gonna put curses upon our people, right? And these curses mean something. Give me verse 46.
Verse 46.
Give me verse 32.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign
Talking about these curses.
and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So these curses were gonna be upon your people for a sign. What does a sign do for you? Like any sign. Like how do I know that you go to Prairie View? Or well, how do I know it's a Prairie View shirt? It says Prairie View. How do I know that that's Brasserie du Parc? Because it says it's a sign, right? It lets you know something. So it said that these curses were gonna let us know who we are as a people. You understand, brother? So I'm gonna show you some curses that happened to the Israelites. Not to the black man, not to the Hispanic man, not to the Native American Indian, but the Israelites. Give me verse 32. I mean verse 15, I'm sorry.
Verse 15?
Yeah.
16?
Yeah, 15, yeah, 16.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Cursed shall thou be in the city,
Uh-huh.
and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Now, when you look at our people and our living conditions, or not just in America, but across the earth, how do we live in a city? Are we living in the high rises? Or by and large, are we living in the slums and the ghettos? In the slums and the ghetto, kind of barely making it. Where you from?
From the south side of Houston.
South side of Houston. How are your people living in the south side of Houston? They live in lavish? No. Exactly. That's cursing the city. Wouldn't you agree? Right? Keep reading. Cursing the field.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed shall I be in the field. Who did this happen to, brother?
Black people.
That happened to black people, but wouldn't you call this cursing the field? Right? You can even apply that today. Because we the first ones hired. I mean, we're the first ones fired and the last ones hired. This happened to the Lord said we was gonna be cursing the field, and He called them Israelites. He didn't say this was gonna happen to the black man, right? Give me verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all day long.
Our sons and our daughters will be given unto another people, and our eyes would fail with longing for them all the day long. Meaning we were gonna desire our kids to have them back. Who did that happen to, brother? Right. And not just the blacks, but the so-called Mexicans, because they won slave ships after they got conquered in the 15th century. You understand, brother? So, but the Lord said this was going to happen to the Israelites. If this happened to the Israelites, but it also happened to the so-called black people, who must you be? Would you be a black man or an Israelite? You will be an Israelite, correct, brother? I'm gonna keep proving so you know without a shadow of a doubt that you will be an Israelite, right? Give me verse 54. I mean 45. I mean 47. 47. 47. Yeah.
Because, verse 47, because thou servest the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
Right.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Therefore shall y'all do what?
Serve thy enemies.
Uh-huh.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in the hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee.
You following me, brother? You following the Bible? You understand what's going on? The Lord said if you didn't keep his commandments, because he was going to give us everything. Like how he told us in the at the beginning of this chapter. He said, because we didn't listen, therefore we're going to have to serve our enemies in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. Brother, when you hungry, where you got to go? To the store. Who owns the store? The white people, right? When you thirsty, where you got to go? And who owns the store? Right? And when you want some clothes, who you got to go to? The store. And who owns the store? And chiefly not just the white man, but the Asians, the Indians. They kind of running the Arabs. They kind of running the gas stations. The Chinese. They kind of they essentially make your clothes. But he said he was gonna have to go to our enemies. So these people are our enemies according to the Bible, right? And he said our enemies are gonna put a yoke of iron upon our neck. Give me Hosea 4:6. The Lord said that our enemies are gonna put a yoke of iron upon our neck until we have been destroyed. Who had a yoke of iron on their neck? Right. So he said until we be destroyed. That's not physically because we're still here. But we're going to show you how destroyed we are.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
For a what?
For a lack of knowledge.
See that, brother? We destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We out here running around calling ourselves niggas, calling ourselves a color, calling ourselves African American. You understand, brother? We destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Give me 37.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37.
Right, listen to this, brother.
If thou should become an astonishment.
An astonishment.
A proverb.
A proverb. We was gonna come an astonishment. Meaning, when they look at us, they laugh and look at these niggas with their pants behind their ass, right? Look at them, they destroy, they out there killing each other, right? We just become a proverb. What's a proverb? A wise saying, right, brother? What's the chief wise saying on the so-called black man? If you want to hide something from a nigga, you put it where? In a book, right? We destroy for a lack of knowledge because we're not in this book. The Lord say, seek you out of the book of the Lord and read. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having these problems because the Lord said you got to love your brother as you love yourself. So you wouldn't be out here treating your brother any type of way. You would be out here following the law, statutes, and commandments. And we would essentially be put on high. You understand, brother?
Finish it.
Yeah, finish it.
And a byword among all nations.
A byword. We was going to become a byword. Black, nigga, spick, all type of slurs that you hear us call. Anything that's not an Israelite, that's a byword, right? Keep reading, brother.
Among all nations.
Among all nations, right? Because we were scattered across all the nations. You gonna find an Israelite in the four corners of the earth. You gonna find an Israelite in Japan somewhere. You gonna find a Israelite in Europe. You understand? Because the Greek freak, they say he's from Greece, but he don't look like he's a Greek. You understand, brother? He look like me and you. We scattered to the four corners of the earth. That's why I said we're gonna be called a byword among all nations, because that brother's really an Israelite.
Whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Yeah. If that brother walk away, make sure that brother get a flyer, man. It don't look like he going nowhere. But yeah. So the Lord said we was going to be an astonishment among all nations, right? James said we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. But it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. You understand? Because our salvation is nearer than what we believe. Somebody grab that for me real quick. I think that's in Romans.
It's Romans.
You slow burned on that.
Damn. Our people don't want the living words of the book, man. They don't want that living water, man. The only thing that's really gonna cleanse them in them last days and get them saved up out of here, man. Out of Babylon the great whore.
It's Romans what? Romans.
Hey brother, where's high time to wake out of sleep? Romans. Let me get that real quick. Con.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11.
Bring it out.
And then knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep.
Right.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Our people are asleep. They don't know what's going on. You understand? Our people really got to wake up and come back to their nationality. Hey, sister, can I talk to you for a minute? You got time to hear the words of the Lord? All praise to the Most High. How you doing, sister? Doing good. What we out here doing, we out here teaching our people the truth of the Bible. Letting our people know that we aren't really black or African American. That you will be God's chosen people. Not just you, but your family right here. Right? God's chosen people. Do you know who God's chosen people are?
Chosen people?
Yeah, God's chosen people. Give me Isaiah 14 and 1. Or 44 and 1. Give me Isaiah 44 and 1. I'm gonna show you real quick, sister. And then
Isaiah 44 and 1.
Let me Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, who I have chosen.
And Israel, whom he has chosen. Israel is a man in the Bible, but when it's talking about Israel, it's talking about his 12 sons that he had, his 12 tribes. So the Israelites are God's chosen people. You will